Welcome to the Southwest region. It's good to have everyone here. First, I'd like to thank, it's amazing to be, with this group of aviation safety professionals. Also, to see the amount of support in the room from spouses, significant others, and children alike, to all be here to witness and be a part of this. I also want to take a moment to say thank you to a couple other distinguished guests from the Southwest region. Our Southwest Region ARVP, Alternate Regional Vice President John Bratcher, who's in the audience with us. Round of applause for John. And our former Executive Vice President and Southwest Region member, Trish Gilbert. So before we begin, we're going to have to address the elephant in the room, because I'm going to go through this, and there's going to be questions in your mind. And then you're going to start trying to put two and two together. We got to remember the time frame that we're in. It's 2020. I was not the regional vice president, and I did not select who won. Because you will find out, if you don't know my history, I am from Fort Worth Center. And yes, the first recipients that we'll be talking tonight are from Fort Worth Center, and I've had the opportunity to work with these gentlemen for over 10 years. And before I begin with that, I do have to say something about them, because I do not want to miss that opportunity. For guys that I've worked next to, shoulder to shoulder for this long, is Brian Cox, the consummate professional, Larry Bell, who stepped up to be an ultimate leader at Fort Worth Center by being the area representative for the Bowie area throughout the whole building, stepped up during a 35-day government shutdown to help lead the area, also during the times of COVID to get us through, and he's always been somebody that I've been able to lean on. And then Colin McKinnon, one of the guys with the highest energy I've ever met, and actually makes me sound like the quiet person in the room when he's around. So I always try to hang out around him so I don't get yelled at for being so loud. But, brothers and sisters, the first of our two 2020 Southwest Region Archie League award-winning events features an unusual response to the two main questions upon handling an emergency. After we figure out what's going on and what's happened with an aircraft, we ask two questions that you've heard many times tonight. It's how much fuel is remaining and how many souls are on board. When the pilot and flight instructor, Anise Shapiro, lost an engine for her first time in 23 years of flying, she declared an emergency to Fort Worth Center. She called Brian Cox, who was on the sector at the time. He asked her how many souls were on board and how much fuel was remaining in their Piper Malibu. Shapiro responds, and I quote, "We have 2 souls, we have 2 female dogs, and we also have 4 puppies, all on board." So, ladies and gentlemen, the pressure's on. We don't even have persons to save. We got puppies to save now. So, this was no ordinary emergency, and it featured some extraordinary air traffic control work, especially the teamwork by these 3. This is the ultimate team sport. Shapiro was with her student, Joni Ustallo, and they were at 14,500 feet, and they took off from Hereford Municipal Airport. It's just southwest of Amarillo, Texas, and they're halfway to Graham Municipal Airport. That's just northwest of Fort Worth, Texas. They're on a pilots and pause mission, is what they're flying. Colin McKinnon calls Brian the calmest guy in the building. That definitely came in handy as he set to work to find landing spots for Shapiro. McKinnon, who is also a pilot, sat down at Brian's D side, that's the assistant that helps during these times, and pulled up the VFR charts. He also took over the high sector's frequencies without being asked to alleviate any frequency congestion. Quick thinking by Colin to ensure that the focus was on the emergency at hand and Brian could give all of his attention to it. Larry Bell was the controller in charge for that shift. And they all began to work. The engine's failure wasn't the only problem at this time. They were flying in a spot east of Lubbock where there were no airports to land. Their strong winds in West Texas were forcing a quicker loss of altitude than expected. And Larry Bell, a Texas Tech alum, who he's very proud of, is familiar with that area. He identified a Texas State highway. We call it a highway. It's more like probably a dirt road. Of Highway 114 as a possible landing option. But Shapiro wasn't comfortable with that. It looked to her more like a dirt road with fences and mesquite trees. Larry told me, he promised her, it's Texas, it's all flat, don't worry. There was only one option left, an open wheat field with no trees or cattle. Let's listen and see what happened next. Please play the video.
And Center, this is Malibu 550 Juliet Kilo. We're declaring emergency. We've lost our engine.
Malibu 550 Juliet Kilo. Roger, let me get an airport for you.
Thank you.
550 Juliet Kilo. I'm showing at your At your 1 o'clock and about 22 miles is Harrison Field. It's got 3,200 feet hard surface. That might be your closest option right now.
I got the airport in sight. We're going there. Thank you. Can you give me the identifiers?
It's should be Foxtrot 75. 550 Juliet Kilo, going to Knox City now. Do you feel you're going to be able to make it?
Affirmative. 0 Juliet Kilo.
Number 55 Juliet Kilo, when you're able, how many souls on board and how much fuel remaining?
We have 2 souls, and then we have 2 female pups and 4 puppies.
And approximately how much gas is left on board?
Sorry, we've got, hold on, stand by. 50 gallons of fuel on board.
And I'm sorry, say it again.
50 gallons on fuel on board.
Roger, got it, thank you. Number 550 Juliet Kilo, just in case you need it, I believe there is a Highway 114 that goes east-west, north of Knox City through there also.
Thank you, we're looking.
Roger. 550 Juliet Kilo, it's hard service 3,200 at Harrison Field there. It's oriented 0119er. Is there any other information that I can get for you?
Negative, we're just going to do our best to make it there. Thanks, 0 Juliet Kilo.
Roger, thank you. Number 550 Juliet Kilo, the field is currently at your 12 o'clock, 14 miles.
We're setting up for a straight in. Thanks, 0 Juliet Kilo.
And I'm sorry, I missed that.
We're just setting up for a straight in, but we'll stay with you, 0 Juliet.
550 Juliet Kilo, I'm showing the field at 12 o'clock, about 8.5 miles now.
I believe I have it inside. I'm not sure if we're going to make it, though, but we'll do our best.
Roger. And 550 Juliet Kilo, you do see the highway out there?
Sorry about that. Is a second.
Roger.
And we're not going to make the field. We're turning towards the highway.
Number 550 Juliet Kilo, Roger, do you feel you can make the highway?
Stand by.
Okay. We're letting people know you're going for the highway.
Actually, that are close to us, the winds were just too strong.
I'm sorry, say it again.
The winds were just too strong. We're going to have to pick one of these fields that's below us.
Roger, okay, I understand.
Southwest 8700, contact 4 Center 127.95. Forward Center, Oak City Falls Low.
We're safe on the ground.
Oh, thank God. Okay, well, we got people coming to you, so you should have some sort of police or something out there.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Center,
feet
off 430, take Mel 360.
Okay, thank you
Thank you
so much for your help.
Oh, no, you did awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
They actually called us, so we're they're on the ground safe, so you can go back to 124.52. Thank you.
Oh, okay, no problem. 4452, I could do it.
The teamwork and professionalism displayed by Brian, Colin, and Larry in responding to this in-flight emergency truly exemplifies the work done every day by air traffic controller workforce. Through their training and experience, they were instrumental in ensuring the best possible outcome for not just the pilots, but the 6 dogs on board as well. Yes, the puppies were safe. And the pilots reported that it went so well, they slept through the entire thing. Anise Shapiro told us that she could feel the ZFW team behind her during the event and that they had her back the entire time. We couldn't think of a better team to do and exemplify just this. Brothers and sisters, I'm very proud to honor our 2020 Southwest Region Archie League Medal of Safety Award winners, Larry Bell, Brian Cox, who was unable to join us, and Colin McKinnon. Larry and Colin will be accepting the award.
Thank you for the recognition. We really appreciate it. Individually, we would just say we're all doing our jobs. You don't want to hear that, no. No, we don't want to hear that today, I guess. But as a team, yeah, I thought we did phenomenal. As Nick said, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. And yeah, we just were able to give the pilot a calm environment and all the information she needed, and a great pilot made a great decision. And we want her to get an award too. She was awesome. And that's we really appreciate it. Thank you guys.
told Larry he had to take the lead. He's my area rep, so apparently he shooed me in here. But like everyone says, I was just right place, right time. Don't feel like I deserve an award whatsoever. So I'll just give a shout out to all the controllers that do some amazing things that don't end up getting the recognition that they truly deserve. And thankful for puppies. Otherwise, this probably wouldn't even made it out of the area. But yeah, that pilot, as you can hear me tell her when she called in, she did a phenomenal job. I think we've all dealt with pilots that are less than prepared for some of the situations they get in, and she was totally prepared that day, and saved her own life. So, thanks again.